What is up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another awesome episode of the Saloon. I, of course, am the Big Ted, joined as always by Sage. How's it going, man?
It's good.
Nice.
Thank you.
Eloquent.
Yeah. And, as always, my man RonMexico. How's it going?
It's going great, man. Had a good week. Had a good weekend. Excited to talk about some of the madness that went down over last week in Hero, where everything got turned on its head, and hyped to talk about the playoff race as it shapes up.
Yeah. And also, very special guest this week from NPH. It is Disco. How's it going?
Hello, hello, hello. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Happy to be alive.
Yeah,
And
so
an excellent gift too, Disco.
Yeah.
Absolutely
What-
perfect.
I didn't even see the GIF. Did he post it in the channel?
It's Disco's too.
Disco's
from,
too.
Yeah.
From the Simpsons. Oh,
How was y'all's weekends, guys?
pretty good.
Did y'all have good weekends? Did you all see your dads for Father's Day? I'm sure some of y'all probably couldn't, but that's fine. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, no chance to see my dad. He's in California, but I gave him a call. And some of the weekend I woke up wondering, where I was, who I was, what was going on. So, a lot of times that makes for a great weekend. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right there with you, man. Disco, how about you?
I tried buying my father a Chromecast, and turns out not that easy to set up,
Really?
especially if you don't have the proper internet setup. So
Uh,
that was fun to deal with.
yeah. For my dad, he collects coins. I brought him a old penny, and he was very happy about it. He sent me a text the next day saying that he's got a lucky penny in his pocket. So
Nice.
you just gotta know how know your father, I guess. I
All
told
right.
people this, and they're like, a penny. Anyways.
Yeah, so I do believe it is once again time for Player of the Week. So, Sage, take it away.
Yeah, so our player of the week last week was Saku from Licensed to Illidan. Saku swept the previously unbeaten Electabuzz just hours after getting out of the hospital. Saku gets the nod overwhelmingly by the committee, although Licensed to Illidan did not win the week. Saku has been holding down the fort in the 5 seed. Let's see if Saku can repeat his performance in the last few weeks. And we reached out to Saku to see if he had anything to say. And Saku said, "Sup, dude? Got mad respect for Electabuzz. I am copy pasting the combo the week we said." Why? Why did you put all this in here, Ted?
That's just what he said.
Did you put it on the screen so the people could see it?
No. I think it just can summarize that, Saku obviously is a very good guy, and he just wanted to give a good shout out to.
We have pure evidence here of Saku being the nicest member of THL.
And he's apparently Electabuzz's nemesis.
Apparently.
Yes.
Electabuzz has not beaten Saku yet, so interesting little sub-storyline there.
If I had known that, I probably would have picked Saku last week.
Yeah.
Or not last week, the week before, whenever the hell it was.
All right.
Yeah,
Well-
Electabuzz really wasn't feeling good after that loss, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
Saku.
so mad. And Saku apologized. He says, "I'm sorry."
What a guy.
All right. But yeah, I believe it is meta report time. And we had it's been stagnant for a while, but we had a nice shakeup with the Demon Hunter nerf.
Indeed, we did. We had a really high frequency pretty recently, but our most brought set of classes was only 7 this week.
Yeah.
So a lot of things shaken up. A Demon Hunter Druid Warlock Warrior posting a 100% win rate, although over only 3 games. And just across the board, things kind of just all over the place, it seems.
Yeah, a lot of people not bringing.
One person brought that lineup and just swept their opponent with it.
No, 3.
Oh,
yeah, it went 9-3 in games.
Oh my goodness!
Just 3-0 in lineups.
Yeah, it's a decent sample size.
Yeah. I mean, they say 2 is nothing, but 3 is a trend, I suppose.
Yeah.
Really interesting, considering that Warlock is one of the main features of that lineup, but Warlock itself went 2-5. So kind of.
Warlock.
all
I
over
have
the
been
place.
trying with Warlock a little bit in Hero, and it is so super easy to counter. Like I can't. I love Warlock. I love it to death, but I can't keep bringing it to Hero.
So my question is, Demon Hunter didn't do as well this week. How is it going to do this upcoming week? If we look at Masters qualifiers, we look at the WSOE tournament, which was still Conquest. We look at the recent Gold Championship in China, which was last hero standing. Demon Hunter was still prevalent there even after the nerfs. So, and even if you look at, HS replay data, Vicious Syndicate data, you see Demon Hunter is still doing well despite the change. So was, Demon Hunter not doing this well just a fluke? People weren't comfortable with it and is going to actually shoot back up next week? Or is this, it's just not going to be doing well in Hero for the following weeks?
I mean, I think definitely something to mention is like, I know I did this for Legacy. I know a lot of other people are doing this. They didn't bring Demon Hunter last week just because they weren't sure about it, but they're probably going to continue to bring it now that they know it's still good and they know the same list still work.
Yeah, I think people definitely probably regretted not bringing it last week, but they were very. I'm sure they were just skittish about bringing something that just got nerfed, and they weren't, sure how good it would
Yeah,
be.
but
Yeah.
but that
the
is
Twin
the
Slice nerf was pretty huge.
That is a great point to bring up because it seemed like the Twin Slice nerf would be really huge, but it also created some extra burst for Demon Hunter that sometimes it's lacking. Twin Slice being 4 damage in a single card that you can play for 2 mana has created some extra dangerous things that Demon Hunter can do. And if you look at last week, it actually went 62% just about, going 26 and 16. But I think the community as a whole kind of agreed that with the Demon Hunter nerf, the split between do I ban Demon Hunter or Warrior just kind of full on shifted to, okay, I ban Warrior. And we got 43 Warrior bans last week.
Yeah, I got swept by Demon Hunter last week as well. So like it is not weak by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
But yeah,
definitely.
still very strong.
And I think I think something else that might explain the high win rate is when you're post nerf like that, only the people who are very strong with Demon Hunter are gonna continue to bring it. When you have players that say, "Oh, I don't necessarily like Demon Hunter that much, but I know it's good, so I bring it every week anyways," they're going to be the ones that drop it. It's not going to be the ones that, like Adam, who grinded out 1,000 wins within in the first month of it being out. Those are the guys that are going to continue.
First week, that madman.
Yeah, but those are going to be the people that continue to bring it. So that's going to inflate the win rate.
And Buse talking about twin slice and warglaives. Give me that 7 damage weapon. That's a nice mount seller you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean Druid had kind of a rough time of it this week in Hero, going 21 and 32 with about a 40% win rate.
And of course, this is the first week I bring Druid.
Go figure. Yeah, this is one of my rare Druid brings as well. What are you gonna do? But I know we got a lot to cover with 2 matches following Saloon, so we should probably just jump right into the last week review.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. We are a lot of good points we brought up, but we definitely should.
Yeah. All right. First up from last week, we have The Spies That Flies versus License to Illidan. Ron, would you like to read us through this?
Yeah, so this was one of our few matches this week that actually wasn't that much of a surprise, with Spies That Flies continuing their undefeated streak. A really close call getting that tie, but they're back on track with another win here. Donde kicked off License to Illidan with a 3-0 dominant sweep over Avi, but the rest of the Spies really showed up to play. With Lotus, Lemur, and Chubbs all taking big wins. Lotus and Chubbs in sweeps, and Lemur in a 5-game series against Mako. And my goodness, Bay Stink gets her first loss of the season. Anfall grabbing himself a BGH award, I believe, with this big 5-game victory over undefeated Bay Stink.
Yeah, that
not quite enough to put them over the top, but definitely impressive. They've had a couple really impressive performances.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, poor Diamond. Diamond gets robbed. Diamond got another huge win, which we'll get to shortly, but I think that's still not enough to give him
No, it wasn't.
BGH.
All right.
But the man tried.
You're
You
BGH in
can't
our
win.
hearts, though, Diamond.
Yeah.
But what
Also-
can you say about Anfall here other than, I mean, I think he went out and earned it here. Based is an incredible opponent. Hadn't lost all
He
season.
sure did.
Also, I want to point out, we talk about how the guests always have better predictions than us, and Shansui last week picked Ample.
He did.
He did. Oh, the madman.
The shadows told him.
He knew. I think somehow he knew.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, next up we have No Pros here versus F2O Black Disco. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, so No Pros here taking the win over F2L Black. Agent Pee-wee, Skittles, and Pascal all getting wins, and Electabuzz and I getting participation trophies. At least for me, playing against the Chronic, it really did feel like I was getting a participation trophy. They just beat me bad. But I think all the other matches were pretty clean. And Pascal continues his dominant 8-0
Yeah.
streak. He's just doing so well this season.
Yeah, Pasca's been incredible.
Also,
Probably easy MVP going for him if he beats Based next week, right?
next week, Pascal and Base
Yeah, the
will
match
play.
we've all been waiting for. Slightly damaged that it's not a battle of undefeateds, but still, should be exciting regardless. And
Yeah.
probably the battle for who gets MVP. We'll see.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, impressive wins in the 1 and 2 by NPH as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Coles and Liquidox are not easy opponents, and that was a 6-1 combined for NPH. So,
And
yeah, this team is almost certainly making the playoffs.
also,
I don't see any future that they don't.
as you can see now, if you look up at the standings, NPH is kind of out of the pack right now when there's a ton of other teams in the pack, so that's a big win for them.
Yeah, really creating separation. So excellent week for them here.
All right.
Congrats, Disco.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Yeah, we're hoping to continue it next week, but that's in 30 minutes. We'll talk about it.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Next up, we have ATL versus Tampam Surf Slam. So in the 1 seed, we had A2 Battleship sweeping Blue Spartan. In the 2 seed, we had Marty Brodeur taking it to Lars 3-2. 3 seed JR beating Shadow Ranger 3-1. 4 seed Osmonaut beating Pond 3-2. Mike beating Shansui 3-1 in the 5, and that is a perfect week for Tampams. Wow.
That was insane.
Wow.
This blew me away.
Yeah.
That is really, really good. Tampams is a force to be reckoned with this season.
And just like the funniest part is I believe going into last week Tampams was like 10, 15 points behind ATL, and now they've taken the 3rd playoff spot, and ATL is sitting at the bottom of a big pack of teams.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, ATL is the last team in the pack of contenders. We're not going to dwell on the fact that the team right after them is all but out of it. Me and Sage are going to cry in the corner here about that. But
Oh, I'm fine. I'll be all right. I'm already looking forward to next season.
Right? But Tampams just, I mean, this was, it can't be understated how important this week was for them to try to grab a lot of points and work their way back into playoffs. And they did that in style, working their way all the way up to 3rd place right now if the playoffs were to start today, and denying tons of points to one of their key competitors in ATL. Just an absolutely incredible performance in the clutch.
Absolutely. All right.
So Tampams, good job. If you don't mind stopping the 20-point weeks, I'd like to get into playoffs, and you getting 20-point weeks does not help that.
Well, I don't think you need to worry too much, Disco, sitting at 138 points for NPH. But yeah, those weeks will make anybody nervous.
First season, NPH was in Hero. Last week of the season, we played against Tampams. They got knocked out of the playoffs. This season, who is our last opponent in the regular season?
Oh no,
Tampam Surf Slam. So I am very scared. I am really hoping they drop the ball. I mean, good for them if they don't. Good for them to make playoffs, but Really hoping they drop it.
Oh, that's fair.
Don't sweat it too much, Disco.
We have a request from chat to skip this next one here.
You know what? Well, let's just jump right in. Can I go ahead and take this one?
Yeah. Oh, of course. I thought you would enjoy this.
Guys, it looks like the curse is real. I can't believe it. How am I this good? I predicted a 5-0 and they went 1-4. What is going on, Dad Legend? Can you stop doing this to me? Honestly, I picked the 5-0s because I really do believe in you guys. I love you guys. I miss playing with y'all. But Jesus. And I wasn't the only person to pick a 5-0 last week either. Ted did as well. All right.
The double curse.
Yeah. You guys got cursed hard. But geez, man, the only person on Dad Legend to win last week was Turd against Doomsday, and this was against the Young Guns of all teams. How in the world is this reality right now?
Yeah, guys, come on. Come on, you guys were playing the team that was by far in last and just got blown out.
I mean, that was the other way to go, I guess. If you're not going to stay at 69 for the rest of the season and lose every game, then I guess you just go ahead and stomp on everybody's dreams, huh, Young Guns?
Yeah, Young Guns.
We see you out there.
Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can see looking at the standings now, Dad Legend is tied for that final playoff spot. I don't off the top of my head know who the tiebreaker would go to at the moment, but that's just oh man.
I believe it would go to whichever team won in head in the regular season.
Yeah, and I can't remember who won that.
But I mean, it's not like it matters right now unless they go exactly point for point the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Most likely not relevant, but we'll see if it happens to be in the weeks to come.
But again, last week Dad Legend was pretty comfortably in a playoff spot, and now they're pretty much on the outside looking in.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys keep having weeks like this, then you're gonna be feeling a lot like us.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, next up we have the Cult versus the Booze Cruise, and I'm gonna take this one as the Cult laying down the smack. 20-point week, perfect sweep over the Booze Cruise. See, Dad Legend, that's how you beat bad teams.
Throwing some shade on the Booze Cruise. I mean, granted, they're 1-7 with the lowest points in Hero, but honestly, this to me looks like a good team that just didn't quite get everything to click at the right times, and the season just kind of got away from them. And for the Cult, wow, huge win.
Yeah,
just like Tanpam's, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, there were 2 20-point sweeps this week?
Yeah.
Last week? Oh my goodness.
2 20 points and another 17. This was the week of blowouts. But
yeah.
And it's kind of surprising because if you look at everybody else, you have 7-0, 1-7-1, a bunch of 5-3s, and then the 3-5 Cult is up there. And that just shows you how it's really not about record in THL. It's about making the most and getting the most points that you can. Where you want close losses and you want blowout wins. And I believe the Cult also had a 20-point week when they faced Young Guns. So we're just really taking advantage of our wins. And that's allowing us to stay close.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that surprises me the most about this one is the 4 seed. How in the hell did the Big Ted win? It's nonsense.
I know. Nobody would have predicted that.
Definitely not Ted.
No. I actually, one person did predict this. Of course, the guest predictions, Shansui said 5-0 Cult.
Shansui called 5-0 Cult, and he got it all correct.
Exactly right. I can't believe
Incredible.
It.
This man's got a direct link to the shadows. He knows what's up.
All right. And I believe our final match is Burninator's versus Noya team. And Sage, how about you run down this one?
Saving the most painful for last.
Sage?
All right. Well, yeah. So we lost 11-15. We almost all the wins were where they're meant to be. Starkey unfortunately did not get a win last week. If he had won, then it would have been closer. I mean, it would have been a lot closer. We could have tied. Anything could have happened. I got swept. I got swept in both series that I played in last week, and that did not feel great. But whatever. And I guess it just happened. Laherthy won against Desharmo. I keep calling him Desharmo. I don't think he likes it. And Silver won against Jim Philos, which I definitely believe in Silver. I love Jim to death. But man, Jim is a tough opponent. But Silver got him, and that's where we picked up our wins. But Ron, Starkey, and myself all lost. I am 0-8. I'm like the Posca's negative this season.
Yeah, honestly, this is just like the Burnators are actually a pretty good team, except for the absolute dead weight in your Saloon co-hosts, me and Sage, just a combined 1-15. So just having ourselves a good time here.
Man, it's like you guys are the opposite of Based and Posca.
Yeah, we are the anti-based in Pasca, absolutely.
Oh man,
I honestly feel bad. Burnators and Noyo team are really good teams, and just I don't know, just it didn't really translate well to the actual season. But really good rosters.
Just in a crazy stacked field of hero teams this season, and what feels like an extremely swingy meta, where things can just go south on a dime. I feel like most of my games have been very competitive, but I haven't been able to get over the top. I know Sage has had some near misses as well. Definitely not how it looks in a sweep against Mad at Arms, but some of the other weeks have been close. So, it is what it is. We're out. A Noyo team is out, and we've got a really exciting race with ATL and above.
You know what, Disco? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I also feel bad for a Noyo team.
There it is.
All right, yeah, but also something we forgot to bring up is it was mentioned in chat, but Diamond, and I'm gonna go back to the match real quick. Diamond had another huge win, over 200 PR, but it just was not enough to top Amphil against Based.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that before we went into the match, and then we just glossed right over it. I think we were just so blown away by the 17-5.
I think so.
Yeah, let's look closer at that. Diamond 3-0 over Hockey Boys. I don't know if you're still watching out there, Hockey, but now's the time to really twist the knife. What happened here, buddy? Diamond demolished you.
No, but yeah, that is a, what is it? Hold on a second. Let me do the math real fast. It is 352 minus 118. 234 PR difference isn't enough for BGH.
Yeah, that Anfall versus Based is just even bigger. And Diamond, I feel like we should give Diamond like an honorary BGH, because
honestly,
if you combine his only 2 wins, by the way, he's 2-4, but those 2 wins are massive PR differences. You could add them together and nobody touches that.
In literally BGH. Any other season of Hero, he would be the BGH.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, I forgot what I was going to say.
Just a giant slayer. Well said, Diamond.
No, but yeah, just if it doesn't show you how big that like PR gap was, Diamond gained 29 PR from a single win, and it's not like he has the new player bonus or anything. He gained 29 PR from a win.
It's massive.
Wow. That is like unheard of. Holy crap.
Like, if that doesn't show you how big the gap was, then I don't know what will.
We'll chalk this up to coming back to this, just waiting for Diamond to actually join in.
Yeah.
Do it again this week, Diamond. So we can talk about it next week as well. That'd be fun.
Yeah, well, and I think this is the perfect time to announce that Diamond will be joining us next week. So
yeah,
if he does it again this week, then we'll have a lot to talk about next week.
That's right. No pressure, buddy.
Disappointed in you next week, Diamond.
Yeah, but anyways, I believe that's probably about all we have for the last week review. So, Ron, I believe this is your time.
All right. So it is commercial break time again, and we've got some things to talk about. All you Twitch viewers out there, we want to know: have you subscribed to Team Hearth Legends yet? No? Then make today the day to be a legend yourself and subscribe to our channel. This subscription enables the THL team to help cover the various costs of operating our website, as well as improve the quality of our streams and content to our viewers. If you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, you can sub to this channel for free. Subscribers will get a THL emoticon as well as the lovely THL chat badge. So hit that heart button and keep the notifications on to make sure you catch our team broadcasting live. We appreciate each and every one of you. Special note to our viewers, check out THL's other social media points of interest, our website at teamhearthlegends.com, follow us on Twitter at THL_HS, join us on Discord at Team Hearth Legends, check out the THL POW podcast for power rankings for all series, wherever you find your podcasts. The true Hearth legend himself, Saku, posts all of our videos on our YouTube channel. Just search for Team Hearth Legends to catch everything previously recorded. And you're, of course, watching us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Team Hearth Legends Live, or possibly on our YouTube channel in the future. And for all you THL fanatics out there, there are THL shows every single day of the week. You can't go wrong tuning in at any time for some amazing Hearthstone-related content. Now back to the good part.
And I saw Saku's post earlier where he updated everybody that every VOD from last week has been posted to the YouTube channel, and it's all been time-stamped and everything. And he just every week just doing God's work.
That's right.
There have been so many seasons that I begged him to do this, and now he is putting in the time, doing the work, and he's getting it done. And we love him for it. Thank you so much, Saku. You really don't know how much I appreciate this.
That's awesome.
Also, I just want to mention the entire time you were doing the ad, I was just mesmerized watching Sage's GIF over and over.
How does he keep dodging it? It's incredible.
He sees 2 minutes into the future.
Sage sees 2 minutes into the future, but all he sees are losses in Hero.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure he'd be winning if he could see 2 minutes into the future.
No, he just sees bad draws and losses. It's awful.
All right. But yeah, anyways, it is time to get to the current week. First match is Spies That Flies versus Tam Pams. Ron, do you want to read us through this one?
All right, absolutely. So Spies That Flies still hasn't lost all season long, going up against what might be the hottest team in Hero at the moment, coming off of a 20-point victory over a big contender in the series in ATL. And this is going to be an exciting one. We have Avi and A2, lifelong friends in a battle to the death in the 1 seed. We've got Lotus Knight and NHL NJ fan Marty Brodeur. I understand they've already played. Is that right? They've already played that match.
In the notes that they played, and Lotus beat Martin Brodeur.
Okay, so we already have Lotus was a sweep victory, right? 3-0.
Yeah,
correct.
Of course, I was the only person that picked Martin Brodeur.
Not too late. Change the pick. But we've got Lotus taking a 3-0 win for a big lead for Spies That Flies. So Tan Pam's definitely not going to repeat the last week they just had already. We've got Based versus JR Juggalo in the 3. We have THL Lemur versus Osmonaut in the 4, and Chubbs Peterson's Hand versus It's Me Mike V in the 5 seed. Really close matches, I think, throughout. The PRs are close down the line. Very talented players on both sides of these teams, especially with the Lotus victory. I think I've got to give this one to Spies as well. I think Avi takes the win over A2 in the 1. Lotus, of course, already picked up the win in the 2. I think Based gets back on track with her winning ways with a victory over JR in the 3. And I do think Tan Pams picks up some very important points for their playoff race in the 4 and the 5, with Oz and Mike V both picking up victories. But that's going to be a 3-2 for the Spies.
Yeah, I think that's...
You guys can't see me right now, but I'm rubbing my forehead as I stare at the notes and see how Ted input his score predictions. He knows how this bugs me.
Yeah, so you know what? Because you led into it, I'm going to do my predictions first. I have A2 taking it in the 1. However, I have Lotus in the 2, Base in the 3, Oz in the 4, and Chubbs in the 5. So I'm giving it 1-4 to the Spies That Flies.
I hate you so much.
Oh, the way you said that. You know it gets under his skin.
Yep, that's exactly why I do it.
Hey guys, I lost 3-2. You lost 2-3, okay? But hey guys, I won 2-3. What are you even talking about?
Man, I love how easy this works.
Formatting is important. It's a very easy thing to tilt Sage.
Oh yeah.
But why don't you tell us your pick, Sage?
Okay. So I've got in the one. I think A2. He's having a very dominant season, and he really wants to show up his buddy. Obviously, he wants to show up. Obviously, yes. And so I'm giving it to A2 in the one. I was gonna give it to Martin Brodeur, but he lost, and I've been informed by the board that I'm not allowed to change my picks. So
Nope.
I guess Martin. Thanks for that. In the three, based every day of the week. I can't pick anybody but based. In the four, I've got it going to Lemur, who I might have called washed up at the start of the season, but he has thoroughly impressed me. He's doing pretty darn good. Oz is doing pretty darn good as well, and they were both fantastic players. Have I even played against Lemur yet? I don't remember. Have we played against the Spies yet, Ron?
Probably not. I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
We have another big ass whooping to take this season. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to give it to Lemur, and I'll see you later, Lemur. And in the five, I've got Chubbs, who, I think I talked trash on as well, but they're both doing pretty darn good. So I think I'm going to give it 3-2 to Spies for this week.
All right, Disco, what do you think?
So I'm cheating. I'm just taking Ron's picks. Wait, no, I'm not. Oh, we had different one seed picks.
Almost cheating.
Huh? Okay, I added things up incorrectly. So I say A2 takes it over, obviously. I'm saying Lotus takes it over Martin Brodeur, although it's kind of obvious in retrospect. Base in the 3, Osmonaut in the 4, and Mike in the 5. So I'm giving it 3-2 to Tan Pam Surf Slam.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
I thought it was
Calling
giving
the
it 3-2
first
to
loss
Spies
for
of Flies,
Spies.
but apparently my pick's saying no to that.
Well, I think crazier things could happen, honestly.
Yeah.
They could just get swept like Dad Legend did last week. Oh, wait, no, they didn't get swept. 1-4.
Oh, they almost got swept. All right.
I mean, they're both good teams.
Yeah, definitely. As you can
For sure.
see here, this is the showdown between the first and third place teams. That is, good showdown. And coming up next, we have the showdown between the second and the tied for fourth place team. And look, Disco, go ahead, run us through this.
All right. No pros here versus Dad Legend. We have Agent Pee Wee in the 1 versus Isocles. In the 2, we have Skittles versus Starlax. In the 3, we have Pasca versus Yellow Dart. In the 4, we have myself, Disco versus Hockey Boys. And in the 5, we have Electabuzz versus Turd Herder. So, I'm going to teach you how to properly predict the No Pros here matches. So, the 2 seed always wins. The 3 seed always wins. And the 5 seed 80% of the time wins. You can usually assume that the 1st seed and the 4 seed are going to lose for No Pros here.
Solid.
So
Nice.
last season, Agent Pee Wee in the 2 seed got MVP. Myself in the 3 seed, I did reasonably well. I went like 5-2 or something like that. And then Electabuzz was, doing really well. This season, 2 seed has been flip-flopping. Pascal in the 3 seed needs no introduction. Electabuzz in the 5 seed needs no introduction. So, for picks, Agent Pee Wee loses in the 1. Isocles takes that. 2nd seed, Skittles wins. 3 seed, Pascal wins. 4th seed, I don't want to pick against myself, so I'm going to just say I'm going to win. And then the 5 seed, Electabuzz wins. So I'm saying it's a 4-1 for NPH.
Well, yeah, that's one good way to do it. I do pick against myself pretty regularly these days. It just seems to be the way to go with that.
Well, Sage, what do you think about this?
I think Yeah, I think Pee Wee takes it in the one as instead of icicles. I don't know. I think after Dad Legend showing last week, yeah. Hey, get away from my notes. In the two, Skittles is probably going to take it as well. I think Starlax is a real good contender. Well, that's going to be here in just a little bit, huh? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
We'll get
that
to
is
watch
our
that.
second show match tonight.
Yeah, I forgot to mention.
Yeah,
Stick around after
we
the.
need to watch that happen live. Yeah, so that'll be here after the show. But I think Skittles is going to win that one. In the three, we've got Pascal against Dart, and Leroy getting moved to the Hall of Fame definitely hurt Dart this season. You can tell by his record not being positive. And Pascal, how do you pick against somebody that's 8-0? Come on, Pascal's taking it here. Disco probably goes and wins his as well. I believe in you, Disco. You can do it. And yeah, I think Turd just beats Electabuzz for no particular reason. So it'll be a 4-1 for NPH.
All right.
Oh man, Ron, what do you think?
So this one, I don't know. I don't know if I can really have a whole lot of faith in Dad Legend after their last week. Maybe Dad Legend is washed up. We'll see. And going up against a team like NPH, who's got 138 points, 7-1, second in Hero Series, this is going to be a tough challenge for them. I like to continue my trend of hating on Isocles for no particular reason and saying that Agent PWE takes the win in the 1. I think Skittles picks up the win in the 2. I believe I picked against Posca once or twice earlier this season and have learned the error of my ways. I believe Posca keeps going undefeated in the 3. I think Hockey Boys is just criminally under PR rated in the 4 seed, and I think he's going to give you a real run for your money here, Disco. I think Hockey takes the win in the 4. But that's going to be the only win for Dad Legend because Electabuzz gets right back on track after a 2-game losing streak and picks up the win over Turd Herder for a 4-1 NPH victory.
All right.
Basically saying, Dad Legend, get out of my Hero Series.
Oh, was that supposed to be a parody of me playing Battlegrounds?
Absolutely.
All right. Who is typing that in the show notes? I'm gonna guess that's Sage. But anyways,
always Sage.
Yeah, I'm giving Isocles the win in the 1. I'm giving it to Starlax in the 2 because I can't morally pick someone who brought Breeze, of course. In the 3 seed, of course, it's Posca. In the 4 seed, I think Hockey Boys with his just getting dominated last week proved he's like Lemur and he's washed up. So I'm giving that to Disco. And in the 5, of course, Electabuzz. So that is a 2-3 win for NPH.
Oh, the formatting.
Ron,
it's getting to you too now, isn't it?
A little bit.
Ron, just remember it's to make Sage mad. It's worth it.
It's good. I can live with it because it's tilting Sage more than it is me. So we're good.
Also, I just want to say real quickly, Diamond is working on Saloon Bingo right now, so if you have any good things to add to the bingo card, put them in chat, please. Thank you.
Nice.
Anyways, next up we have F2L Black versus License to Illidan. Sage, would you like to run us through this one?
Sure. So, F2L Black versus License to Illidan. In the 1, we've got Coles versus Donde. In the 2, Liquidox versus Trippy Toad. In the 3, Rib Bobson versus Anfall. In the 4, The Chronic versus 2-Star Mako. And in the 5, Kazargar versus Saku. And in the 1, we're going to be seeing these guys after the show as well. They're going to be our first match of the night. So look forward to that. And I think in our first match of the night, we're going to be watching Donde take it home against Coles. Yes, sir. I believe in Donde. He took it home last week. He can do it again this week.
Eternal rivals playing on stream. That's exciting. And that's coming up in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, they're real life friends, and their rivalry, I'm sure, is unbound by physicality. I don't know what I'm going on about anymore. In the 2, we've got
I don't know what to say to that.
And the 2, I've got Liquid Ox taking it over Trippy Toad here. He's 1-7 right now, and so I feel his pain, but I can't really root on him to win anything at the moment, just like I can't root for myself to win anything at the moment. So I think Liquid Ox takes it here. In the 3, Anfall taking down Based last week was incredible. And taking down Based and facing the 1-6 Robobson, I think I'm going to pick Anfall here. Robobson could surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. That doesn't make any sense either. But, yeah, it could happen. Anyways, I think Anfall takes it. In the 4, I've got the Chronic, who beat me pretty handily, taking it over Mako. And I think Chronic's having a pretty stellar season. I mean, he's 6-2. That's pretty darn good. And in the 5, I've got Saku. My man Saku taking it over Kazargar, giving it overall 3-2 for License to Illidan. I think they can try to shove License. I think they can try to shove Untitled Black to the back of the pack and keep him out of playoffs. So this is a really exciting playoff race. I just want to say.
Absolutely. Also, I just want to mention you guys were mentioning a rivalry, but according to Donde when he DM'd me, they've never played.
Wow.
Really?
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So I think that's one big reason they wanted to get on stream is not only is it a hype match, but it's the world premiere of this match.
Well, I'm a little more hyped now. I thought they'd played before.
Yeah, that's extra exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
right.
to run through the rest of this matchup here, I think it goes the opposite way from Usage here. I think F2L puts themselves in really good playoff positioning here with this match. I'm giving it to Coles in the 1. I think Ox takes the 2. I also believe in Anfall after that big win over Based in the 3. I think Chronic picks up the win in the 4, and Kazargar grabbing the victory in the 5 for a 4-1 for F2L at an absolutely crucial time.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. Like, they definitely need to push and try to make playoffs, like, try to solidify their spot in playoffs right now. So, I mean, I see that, but I think they don't make it.
Disco, what do you think?
I'm thinking Cole's in the 1. I mean, Donde's good, but it's Cole's. 2 is Liquid Ox. 3 is Zanfall, especially after that win against Base. I don't think you can really bet against Zanfall. In the 4 seed, I give it to 2-star Mako. And then the 5 seed, I give it to Kazargar. So that is a 3-2 win for F2L Black.
There is really something to be said for seeing Anfall wake up last week.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. My predictions: I have Donde in the 1. I have Ox in the 2. It's just crazy to me that Ample and Robobson in the 3 seed have combined to win 3 times. They're both very strong 3 seeds, and they're
just an insane hero season.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
been the
yeah.
theme
They
of
just
this
can't
whole
find
season.
it. Yeah, but I think the slightly better Ample is going to win that one. 4, I have it going Chronic, and 5, I have it going Kazargar. So that is a 2-3 win for F2L. Man, it gets really boring when I stop getting a reaction. Alright. Anyways, next up. Cult and Oyo team. 1 seed, we have Heatshock versus Zujarmo. 2 seed, Last Champ versus Arhat. 3 seed, Sanguine versus Dano. 4 seed, we have Meta Arms versus myself. And in the 5 seed, Quaz versus Jim Philos. And you know what?
Well, you go ahead and take this one, Ted.
Like I do, I do it every week. 4-1 Cult. Heatshock, Champ, Sanguine, and Quaz won.
Oh, he
So
flipped
you mean
it back.
1-4 Colt?
Damn it! I messed it up.
But the patented Quaz strategy, everyone but Ted winning. Solid.
All right.
Tried and
You
true.
just got into your routine. It's understandable.
Ron, what do you think?
This should be a good match. Anoya team was a really tough team, and I honestly thought Desharmo and Arhat in the 1 and 2 were going to be a powerhouse this season. But Desharmo having a bit of a rocky season. Dano, I know, has some real life stuff going on too that makes things a little bit more difficult to focus on Hearthstone. And the rest of the team has honestly been solid. So it's probably a bit too late to turn it around. They're playing Dream Crusher at this point, and that just may not be enough motivation to get them over the top against the Cult, who are clearly at this point a better team than Burninator's. So I think Heat Shock gets the win in the 1. I'm giving it to R-Hat in the 2. Sanguine, I think, picks up the victory in the 3 seed. How could I ever pick Ted to win? Man at Arms clearly gonna dominate, probably in a sweep in the 4. And I'm actually gonna give it to Quaz in the 5 this time around. Jim's had a solid season, but I kept picking against Quaz, and he started to turn things around. I think he might have hit a groove. So I think Cult goes 3-2 this week over an Oyo team.
I can see that. I can see that for sure. I think I see something a little bit similar to. Actually, wow. What do you know? I copied Ted's homework.
Wow.
I didn't even realize it. Yes, I did. I'm predicting a 4-1 for the Colt. I'm seeing Heat Shock taking it over to Sharmu. I'm seeing the Last Champ taking it over R-Hat somehow. I just think the Champ is really good, and R-Hat's got himself split between a lot of series. Is Champ playing anything else? I'm not even sure. I'm not paying attention to anything else.
I believe he's playing Pro and nothing else. If I'm correct.
All right. Well, yeah. Anyways, I've got the Blood Princess herself taking it over Dano, and Ted. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You're losing to Mad at Arms. He's pretty good. And then Quaz takes it over Jim, so that gives it 4-1 for the Colt.
All right, and finally, Disco. What do you think?
I'm taking Heat Shock in the 1, 5-2 versus 1-5. Kind of makes sense. In the 2 seed, give it to R-Hat. 3 seed, Sanguine. And then I think the rule for guesses are not allowed to pick hosts or former hosts, so I have to give it to Mad at Arms and Jim Phylos. So that is okay. So I'm really not doing good at tallying up. I have here a 3-2 call, but I actually give it 3-2 to Anoyo.
Wow. That will be an upset.
All right.
Nice. That's a spicy one.
Yeah. Also, I would like to thank you all in helping me to cast our curse Mad Arms.
Solid.
Really appreciate it, guys.
Caster on caster hate is always fun.
Oh yeah. Speaking of caster on caster hate, next up we have.
Actually, before we jump into that, I just got an update from Super Murloc that he is going to be subbing for Lemur in the 4 seed.
Oh.
Can we jump back to that Spies matchup real quick?
Yep.
I pick Osmonaut now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if that changes picks. Clearly, it does for Sage. Me being still mega biased with Osmonaut as my legacy captain. I love you, Murloc. You were my legacy teammate last season, but not this season. So Oz is going to take it to you. I'm still sticking with the Oz pick.
I was going to say, like, it could be Eddie in the 4 seed, and I'm still going to be biased and pick Osmonaut, so.
And Disco, does that change anything for you? I know you had Osmonaut over Lemur in the 4. Now, with the new information of it being Super Murloc.
My pick of Osmonaut comes not just from my belief that they're a good player, but just from a deep fear of ever having to play them. So if I have this fear, how can I expect other people to do well against them? No. Still going with Osmonaut.
Well said.
All right. Anyways, next up, we have Atula versus Burninator's Ron. Would you like to take us through this one?
Absolutely. So, what can you say about Burninator's at this point, other than just
trash?
We're all sitting around surveying the wreckage,
burning dumpster fire,
the burning wreckage, the dumpster fire that is this hero season for us. Thanks to me and Sage. In particular, You're welcome. The rest of you guys. Sorry to let you down.
I'm not talking about the other 3. Okay, I'm just talking about me and Ron. We're a big dumpster.
Yeah, it's just the 2 of us. The rest of you guys are great. Don't change a thing. But I do think that this one, I don't want to buck my trend of always picking Burninators to win. Except, you know what? Season's over. This week we probably lose. We were always losing most of our games anyway. Harthy's gonna win the 1. I'm going to continue being an idiot and pick myself just because, that's what I always do over Lars here. I'm sure Lars will take it to me, though. I've got Shadow Ranger winning in the 3 seed. I think Pond wins in the 4. And I think Shunsui wins in the 5 seed. So that's going to be a 3-2 for ATL. My first actually predicting Burninators to lose pick of the season. So, hey, maybe we can flip it around. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe my strategy has been off. You know what? I'll go second. How about that? All right.
Go ahead.
You know what? And I had it ready. Yeah. Here we go. I see you, Ron. You picking you and your buddy that got you. It isn't Lil Herthy one of your IRL friends or something?
No,
I see
he's
you.
just one of my first Hearthstone friends that I made. I haven't actually met him in real life.
right.
We've chatted a bunch.
Okay. Well, you should. I think you two are real close. Anyways, I see you picking you and your buddy to win and the rest of us to lose, you jerk. But I've got a little bit differently. I am picking you to lose, all right? But I've got Herthy winning, Starkey winning, Pond winning, and Silver winning. I just think, that's kind of been my go-to for the past 2-ish weeks or so. That, like everybody else wins and you and I lose.
Yeah, it's actually pretty smart. I like
it.
Yeah. And nothing against Ranger or Blue or Shunsui. I mean, they're all good players. Blue, honestly, I could probably pick Blue easy just because Blue is really freaking good. But I look at my team, and I'm closer to it, and I see these guys that are really good players, and I say, these guys can win. These guys can win, I know it. I'm not going to, and Ron isn't going to, but these guys can. So, anyways, that's my pick. So I'm giving it 3-2 to Burn. Might not happen that way. If one of the guys that needs to win doesn't, then we lose. So that's pretty much just how it plays out, like it did last week. Starkey lost and we lost. So, man, maybe I'll pick up a win finally. Who knows? But don't count on it.
All right, Disco, what are your thoughts?
I've heard some pretty good things about this Pond fella, anyways.
Yeah, so I'm the only one of us, I think, who's giving it to Blue Spartan in the 1. I'm giving it to Binoculars in the 2. Medusa's in the 3. Pond in the 4. And Shunsui in the 5. So that's a 4-1 for ATL. Burnators are just a good team, so I could see any of these games suddenly flipping towards them. But I think overall, ATL is going to win this.
Smart guy from a good team making smart picks. Not much else to say there.
All right, and finally, I'm giving it to Harthy in the 1, Lars in the 2, Shadow Ranger in the 3, Pond in the 4, and Shunsui in the 5. So, besides Harthy, that's just ATL running it down the board.
Oh my god! Now this next matchup, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
This next one has me so hype.
Yeah,
I'm so hyped for Young Guns versus Booze Cruise.
And Disco.
I wish we got some of this. Oh my god.
Disco, I believe it's your turn to run through this.
All right, Young Guns versus Booze Cruise. We have in the 1 seed Dabs versus Zancat. In the 2 seed we have Catman versus Dr. Bomb D. In the 3 seed we have Buse versus Your Mumked. In the 4 seed we have Diamond versus Matty Epps. And in the 5 seed we have Doomsday versus Chewbacca. So, I think the only other last Saloon standing tradition that I have not done yet is picking a sweep. So let's just go ahead and do that now. Young Guns sweeps the entire thing. Got a 20-point week.
Man.
Ooh, nice.
That's nice and bold. I love it. All right, Ron, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, Young Guns coming off a big win over Dad Legend here. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. We've got Masters Tour qualifier Dabs himself, I think, gets the win in the 1 seed. I think Age Before Beauty, where Catman takes the victory over Dr. Bomb D, although their actual real age is Bomb D is like, so I think somewhere in his 40s, and Catman's probably a teenager, but scratch that. Catman's 70 years old. Catman wins here in 2. We've got Buse versus your Mumked, and I really went back and forth on this because I'd love to keep Buse on his toes. So we're gonna say your Mumked gets this victory here in the 3 seed, and in the 4 I've got Matty Ebbs taking the victory over Diamond. I don't think the PR gap is big enough for Diamond. It's not like an impressive enough of a victory. So Matty's just going to win. And then in the 5 seed, finally, I think Shu does take the win over Doomsday. That is going to actually give it 3-2 to the Booze Crews. I think the Young Guns might be getting too big of a head here after beating up on Dad Legend, and Booze Crews is going to bring them back down to earth.
Sage, go ahead.
All right, man. Yes, this matchup right here. Oh my God, the 2 last place teams. This is the one. This is the one, man. We've got Dabs versus Zancat. I'm giving it to Dabs here. Ron was talking up Dabs a storm at the start of the season, and then just where did all that go, Ron? You were so hyped for Dabs, and I love Zancat, but I think Dabs takes it here. He's just doing a little bit better. In the 2, we've got Old Man Catman against Dr. Bomb D, and I think Dr. Bomb D can take it here. He's going to beat that old man. He's like that. No, I'm not going to mention any of that. He's going to beat up the old man. In the 3, Buse beat me, and for that, I think he's pretty good. I'm going to give it to Booze in the 3. In the 4, Diamond has been on a tear. My man Diamond. I look forward to doing this with you next week, Diamond. I'm going to give it to you this week, so we can talk about it next week. If you either make me proud or disappoint me. All right. I hope you do the former, not the latter. Anyways, in the 5, I've got my boy Chewbacca taking it over Doomsday, giving it 3-2 to Young Guns. I don't know Doomsday super well, but he's not doing too hot, and I just think that's probably the way it's going to go. 3-2 for Young Guns. They really blew it out of the park last week. Let's see them keep doing it. Keep doing it to it, guys.
All right. And finally, me, everyone's talking how it's, Young Guns blowing out Dead Legend last week, but they're facing the team Booze Crews who got blown out themselves. So I think, I'm giving it to Dabs in the 1, Catman in the 2, Buse in the 3, but then Matty in the 4, of course, 3-1 over Diamond, and Chewbacca in the 5. However, that is 2-3 for the Young Guns.
Nice.
Yeah.
Back on theme with
All right.
Formatting.
So I believe it is interview time now.
Yeah. Disco, are you ready for your interview?
Emotionally, no, but go ahead.
Okay, well, as long as everybody's ready, we'll just jump right in it. So, question number 1, how does your team prep each week? Voice chat, scrims, charts, etc.
So we primarily do a lot of text chat discussion and a lot of matchup charts. Because the MPH team is really close, we tend to play in the same tournaments, whether it's, qualifiers or, other like formats, or even like our internal MPH tournaments. And so we have a pretty good idea of knowing what each of us are playing each week and what we're comfortable with, and that really allows us to just talk and say, okay, this is what we're good at, this is what they're going to play. We can, kind of make everything work out in our favor.
Great. Next up, what advice would you have for any new players and/or captains coming to DHL?
General life advice: surround yourself with good people. The main reason I am still playing in THL and I'm still playing competitive Hearthstone is that I have, people I'm playing with that I really enjoy working with. So if you are new to THL, you're a captain, surround yourself with good people, surround yourself.
Yeah, you cut out
so
there a
much
little
better.
bit. Did everybody else hear him cut out?
Yeah. Yeah, you cut
did
out
my
a bit.
Audio cut out?
A bit at the end there, but I think we got that. I think we got the main point of it. Just surround yourself with good people.
Mhm.
It's always
Yeah.
good advice.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Also, this is the part of the interview where we would usually ask who is your favorite roster you've ever played with, but you played with the same roster all 3 seasons, so I think we're probably safe to skip that question.
Fair, unless we want to ask you what your least favorite roster is. But
Yeah.
you know,
Safe.
Yeah,
same
if
answer,
there was
right?
one person you could cut off NPH, who would it be?
I mean, I'm still hoping that Electabuzz takes over the 4 seed for me, and I can drop down to the 5 seed. So I'm
Nice.
probably the one that I want to cut and put someone in like your Mumked or Snake.
Nice.
The very nice
Real
diplomatic
classy,
answer.
picking yourself. All
Just
right,
run
yeah,
over
man.
THL.
Yep. It's a pro move. You love to see it.
Yeah. All right. Next up, any funny stories about your team?
So, in the Call of the Wild tournament back about a year ago, Snake Fods was in the top 4 of the NA tournament, and Pasca was essentially saying, "I do not believe that Snake Fods is going to win," and he put in the chat, "If Snake Fods, if you win, I will eat my socks." And Snake Fods won against Memnarch in the finals.
Nice.
So there is a YouTube video out there somewhere of Pasca eating socks.
Can we get this video?
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
Pasca.
exceptional.
Pasca,
Yeah.
if you're out there, can you
That
link it,
is a
please?
Pasca question. So, but that being said, now whenever Pasca gets really close to winning a tournament or a league-like format,
Nice.
I always want to make the joke, "Pasca, if you win, I'm going to eat my socks." But I'm really scared because you see how he's currently doing right now in THL. If I say that, I'm going to have to eat socks, and I don't want to eat socks.
Oh yeah.
Very
It's
fair.
a dangerous thing to walk yourself into there.
Oh yeah, you'd be like walking into a glass door. You'd suddenly find yourself covered in glass. All right, so we've got one question from the audience. If anybody has any others, you might want
I
to
do,
toss it in the chat right now.
I do have another one DM from Diamond. So
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead and ask this
We'll
one.
go ahead and do that one after this.
Yep.
So this one is from R-Hat, Ridiculous Hat himself. He asked, has Disco heard the Ethel Merman Disco album?
I have. So, adding Disco to Ethel Merman is like adding acidic swamp booze to every deck. It seems like a really good idea until you realize how really bad of an idea that is.
Nice.
So, no. just don't add Disco to that.
All right.
Solid.
Next up from Diamond, he wants to know why you like Wallace so much.
So I used to in a Overwatch team, and I would do announcements for scrims and matches and the like, and I wanted to do something interesting with, those messages, so I started including koala pictures, and turns out people like koala pictures, so it kind of just spread from there. Am I still cutting out?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Diamond would also like to know, how are you a stats god?
I do stats for my real life work, and
nice.
it's just really the best way that I relate to Hearthstone. So it's a lot easier for me to focus on stats and do well there instead of, actually being good at the game.
I like real life skills transitioning to Hearthstone. That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel that all too well.
We also have a few things in chat. Matt at Arms said he didn't have a question, but just wanted to thank Disco for filling in for Dano on his legacy team. And we also have a question from Pond.
Oh yeah.
The regular one from Pond. Who is your biggest rival?
There's a lot of people that I consider a rival that do not consider me a rival in return.
So who do you consider a rival? That's the question.
Who do I consider a rival?
Yeah.
I will say my worst win rate against anyone in THL is Electabuzz. So it's not even someone that's on another team. It's just I think Electabuzz is better than a lot of the 4 seeds and some of the 3 seeds in Hero.
Very fair.
That's how much respect I have for Electabuzz.
So yeah, well, you have a smart thing going then by regularly being on his team. That was my strategy, adding Sage, but then it backfired when we both went 1-15.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out the way you want.
But glad it's working out for you and Electabuzz here. NPH is on a tear.
Definitely. All right.
Yeah, we're really happy with that.
I believe that does about wrap up our show. Of course, stick around. We will be very shortly, in about 10 minutes or so, once the delay kicks in, coming live with
Ted, remembering the delay. Nice.
Yeah, I know. We'll be coming at you with a
big fat note reminding us to.
Yeah, so we've got Tuesday night bar fights
double
coming
header
up with a special double header. First off is Donde versus Coles, the long anticipated matchup. 2 friends battling to the death, first time in THL, followed by Skittles against Starlax.
Yeah, also, before we get into that, just want to thank you, Disco, very much for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you so much, Disco.
Yeah, it's
any shout outs?
Absolute pleasure to have you on.
Yeah, any shout outs?
Just in general for No Pros here and for THL as well. Thank you for being a very welcoming group for the NPH people.
Of course.
You guys have brought a lot of people into THL.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah. We're happy to be a part of the community.
Since I joined THL, the influx of everyone from NPH has been one of the coolest things I've seen in the community. So it's really awesome to have you guys all around and participate.
We have some breaking news in chat. Donde saying Donde versus Coles is a loser leaves town match. Oh man. But yeah, that's about all we have for Saloon tonight. I'm gonna end it here, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Well, I just want to say thank you everybody for viewing.
Yep.
If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for viewing. Please like and subscribe, and just hit, smash that subscribe button. But leave a comment. We love all the feedback we get, and be sure to thank Saku for his good work.
Of course. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Thanks everybody. See you soon.